Number 10. Doink. The first Doink, Matt Osborne, was a skilled wrestler who portrayed the evil clown gimmick very effectively. His name was obviously a joke. Despite Doink being a comedic wrestler, Osborne understood that the character needed to have a dark and violent edge to be successful. He was capable of mounting compelling comebacks, scaring audiences, and had a few signature moves such as a belly-to-belly suplex and a whoopee cushion finish. He was a very underrated wrestler for his era. Number 9. Mr. Ass. Billy Gunn is currently one of the most over wrestlers on the AEW roster in 2023 alongside the Acclaimed. Although most fans remember him as a member of D-Generation X and the New Age Outlaws during the Attitude Era, for a short time he wrestled under the name Mr. Ass. The Mr. Ass gimmick was a strange term for Gunn. The name and the entrance music emphasised the fascination with asses that predated the BBL. Even participating in a Kiss My Ass match against The Rock at SummerSlam 1999. It was a bad gimmick and name for a Hall of Fame wrestler of Gunn's status, although it did provide some comedic value to many fans. Number 8. Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has been a force in the world of wrestling for over 15 years. Despite his numerous lists of accolades and classic matchups including time in the main event scene at Impact Wrestling and the WWE, Joe is often remembered as a top mid-card talent. His ring name, Samoa Joe, seems like it was given to him after a booker looked at him for 5 seconds, and no, Joe is not related to The Rock either. It's a name and reputation that has become firmly established in pro wrestling, but it's not a name that has ever stood out in the crowd. Number 7. Dynamite Kid. Dynamite Kid is one of the best wrestlers to ever step foot in the ring. His influence spans generations and he's literally responsible for the success of many of his peers, including Davey Boy Smith and Bret the Hitman Hart. His issues away from the ring have complicated his legacy, although his name is known as Dynamite Kid, is about as good of a name as 1-2-3 Kid. It undersells him as a performer, and also Dynamite hasn't been used as a compliment in popular culture since 1990, although AEW may change that. Number 6. IRS. Mike Rotunda, the father of Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, is a wrestler with a legacy in the business. He won multiple NWA titles and WWE tag titles, but didn't have much success as a singles wrestler in the WWE. Despite this, he was well known for his ring work as IRS, and had memorable feuds with Razor Ramon and The Undertaker. Sure, he wrestled in an era where every wrestler had an occupation as a gimmick, but IRS was strange since it's not even a way to describe a single IRS agent. Number 5. Scotty 2 Hotty. Scotty 2 Hotty, a member of Too Cool, is a highly underrated WWE wrestler, known for his entertaining style and silly finisher, The Worm. He was part of the entertaining trio with Grandmaster Sexay and Rikishi, and their post-match dance are still popular with fans. Scotty was a light heavyweight wrestler who regularly performed well on WWE's B shows with other underrated wrestlers. His name was put together because it rhymed. It's a jobber name for a wrestler who did well in his prime, but if you need proof to show just how good Scotty could be, go back and check out his match with Dean Malenko from Backlash 2000. Number 4. Bam Bam Bigelow. Bigelow was one of the most agile big men in wrestling, known for his ability to fly off the top rope with ease. Despite not capturing any WWE titles, he had a memorable moment wrestling football player Lawrence Taylor at WrestleMania 11. He had a successful career, winning titles in various organizations such as the NWA, WCW, ECW and New Japan, but his only WWE title was the Slammy Award for Best Head. Bam Bam is a great name for a Flintstone character. It's not a great name for a wrestler with a career like Bigelow's. Number 3. The Ringmaster. Stone Cold Steve Austin is proof that a bad ring name can't ruin a legacy. When he arrived to the WWE from WCW, Austin adopted an awful ring name known as the Ringmaster. Luckily, the horrible name didn't last long. Interestingly, Austin was in one of the best forms of his career when he arrived to the WWE, meaning he had one of the worst ring names during one of the most solid in-ring eras of his career. Number 2. The Hurricane. The Alliance storyline provided a big opportunity for talented wrestlers like Sugar Shane Helms, who took on the character of Hurricane Helms, inspired by the Green Lantern. Helms' early work with Lance Storm in WWE was solid, but he really shone in the Cruiserweight division on SmackDown, with legendary matches against Jamie Noble and Chidiri. Helms even once defeated The Rock on Monday Night Raw. The Hurricane was a strange gimmick with a lame superhero name that made Helms memorable, but also turned him into the superhero guy for most of his career. Number 1. Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nemeth started his WWE career as a caddy for Chavo Guerrero's character Kerwin White, and a member of the Spirit Squad. He became Dolph Ziggler in 2008, where he had the best run of his career by light years. The name was meant to reference Mark Wahlberg's character Dirk Diggler from the movie Boogie Nights, but the reference was not relevant or appropriate as the movie was released in 1997 and the character was an adult film star. Dolph Ziggler's name has always sounded too jokey, even though he's had a great career in the WWE. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content.